That is for friends who do stuff together. U is for you and me.
Welcome everyone to my humble abode. Grab a drink, make sure it's cold. We're talking about anime, new and old. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my anime lounge.
Hello. Do you want to play a game?
Welcome back, everybody. This spring season has dropped an abundant amount of promising anime and has been delivering on a lot of them. I can't recall the time, but there were so many shows that I just had to keep up with because I wanted to see them all. We got Spy X Family aiming to become anime of the season. We got Shikamori's Not Just a Freak, cutie. We got Strongest Stage with the Weakest Crest again, but this time it's actually good. We got a mix of Romeo and Juliet meets the Power Rangers. Kaguya-sama Love is War is back with a vengeance. We got Overlord dropping their mixtape before they drop their album this summer. I felt like the chocolate fish from SpongeBob just chasing all these anime. So in turn, when you have so much good going on, when something is bad, it not only stands out, but it seems worse than what it really is when it's surrounded by so much greatness. Which brings me to the dark spot of the season, Tomodachi. Now this is solely regarding the animation, not the manga, so I can't tell you if the story is told better in the manga than the anime adaptation. But before we get into what went wrong for me, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're new. Hit that bell for the notifications so you know when the lounge is open again. Leave a comment below. Talk about what shows you're enjoying this season. Leave a like if you enjoyed the vid. Join us, chill with us, laugh with us. Now let's get into it. When I looked at the cover art, I assumed we were in for some twisted life on the line survival game type shit.
Wrong.
I mean, look, you got the creepy mascot on the front who looked like if Bob the Builder got fired and just went insane. We got the group of friends who's gonna be the participants. I was ready for some carnage. We start off meeting Yuichi. He's a protagonist. He's working to gather money for the school trip that's gonna cost 70,000 yen per student. And in case you're curious, that's over $500 US currency. Let's stop the story right there. When I was in school, our field trips were ranged from like $20 to $50 per student. You might hit 100, but 500? Bro, this is high school. Where the fuck were they going? We get to the school and his friend is like, you know, my dad could have gave your broke ass some money, bro. We got it like that. Why the fuck you lying? We meet the rest of the gang and so far the theme of friendship is being shoved in your face so much. Everyone was sitting there congratulating this man for being able to get the money for the trip. And I'm like, bruh, damn, if he really struggling like that, should he be spending this money on a fucking field trip? I mean, homie ain't even have a phone yet. Should he not be saving this? Anyway, the class gathered 2 million yen for the trip, which equates to around $15,000, which again, high school, where the fuck were they going? And 30 seconds later, we learn that the 2 million yen that was collected has been stolen.
And it's gone!
Bruh, what? Stolen? How? And it's this bitch's fault. Respectfully, she gonna say, I put the money in my locker and the next thing you know it was missing. Like, nah, baby. Imagine telling your classmates when you were in school that you lost all of their $500.
You're a victim.
And then she's gonna have the audacity to be like, if the thief is here, please, can you please speak up? Like, baby, are you fucking crazy?
As soon as I got my check, I was gone.
Later that night, this man gets a letter, supposedly from one of his friends, that tells him to meet at the school gate at 11 o'clock at night.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
Apparently, everyone got sent these letters to meet up, and when everyone shows up, this happens.
Ichi, look out!
Hey, back off! Let me go!
When they wake up, Bob the Builder walks in and is all like, "Sup, bitches?" He said, "Y'all gonna play some games and win some yen because somebody in this motherfucker owe me 20 million yen."
I'm coming for that ass again until you pay what you owe.
And then it's revealed that the 2 million that was stolen was used to pay for them to enter the Tomodachi game. And the idea is that the 20 million yen debt will be split amongst the group, giving them each a 4 mil debt apiece. And they will play games to win yen to pay off that debt. Now look, by this point, I was willing to forgive all this nonsensical lead up. I was just ready to see what kind of death games we were gonna jump into, what kind of perilous situations will our characters find themselves in. But then they made the biggest mistake in the show, which completely derailed any enjoyment or investment I could have had. So they asked Bob, what happens? What happens if we just decide to say, fuck you and leave this game? What happens if we decide that we won't participate in this malicious mind game? What happens if we say we will not give you the satisfaction of watching us suffer? What happens?
What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
Nothing. Nothing happens. Bob says you're free to go, but you won't get a refund. And whoever has the debt will be left with it and have to deal with it on their own.
You serious?
So you mean to tell me that I could just leave? I don't have to stay? There's no consequences or repercussions? And whoever has this debt has to deal with it on their own?
I'm not your friend.
This is by far the worst mistake that the show could have made. As soon as the stakes were taken away, I lost interest. Surely they would all just say, "F that, I'm out." Right? You don't know what the fuck is about to happen to you in this place. They done tased you, knocked you unconscious, kidnapped you. Get out of there. But then a stroke of stupidity must have hit because this says, let's not worry about who did this and who has the debt. They obviously needed help. Friends help each other.
Yay! It's time to make the donuts!
Bullshit. I gotta say bullshit. It does matter who it is because whoever did it obviously is not a real friend. I'm not about to take no unnecessary debt and possibly put my life on the line for someone who puts me in this situation. I hope all your cereal gets soggy and your ice cream melt. Respectfully. Everyone agreeing to this Tomodachi game is fucking stupid. Think about it. If you suspect that somebody in this group is a traitor and they are no longer your friend, why would you agree to play the game and help? On the other hand, if you don't think someone is a traitor, why would you still agree to take on an unnecessary debt and risk playing a game you know nothing about? For fun? Even if this debt is made up, why make the game optional? At the end of the day, you kidnapped these people. Money was stolen, crimes were committed, and even if Bob was lying about them being free to go, no one even considered the possibility of leaving. They just said, "F it, we'll do it because we're friends."
That is for friends who just out together.
And I'll ask y'all, just based on these haircuts, I mean pictures, who looks the craziest? Who looks like they might be the traitor? I don't know, my bet might be on the one whose hair looked like he had his shit brushed by swinging a baseball bat at it.
Dynamite, disco, Danny, devastating.
Like, what the fuck is that hairstyle? How did no one see him take the money? We find out it was Tenji all along, and he did it because he wants revenge on Shiho. He tried to start up a little business with his friends, and everything was good until...
Now I ain't saying she a gold digger.
Shiho shows up and everything just goes to shit. Y'all remember the episode of South Park where the boys turned into brain-dead cavemen and started fighting over Bebe? This was basically that. His friends saw Shiho and was like,
Oh my God!
They start pressing this boy, like, who is she? Y'all dating? What kind of Pop-Tarts she like? It was like they never seen a girl before. They went full stupid. And the way they pull it off, it comes off as it was supposed to be comedic.
Get to 20 million, whoever generates the most profit gets to be the CEO of our future company. Not only that, but the winner will also be the one who gets to propose to Sawaragi.
Ho, brother, whoa, now. You got too much dip on your chip.
But it wasn't. They was dead serious, bro. So much so that they ended up in the Tomodachi game because somebody ended up 10 million in debt. That's right, folks. Tenji was actually in a Tomodachi game before, and he loses because he's stupid. He finds out his friend that betrayed them spent all his money for Shio, whatever that means. Did she rob him? She scam him? Whatever the case, she's the reason he spent all his money on a girl he's never met before. The one thing I do like about the game is the hush factor. Once you participate in this game, you are not allowed to say shit about it or you get, and I quote, erased. Tenji immediately tells his father,
You stupid.
and that man gets whacked.
Say another motherfucking word and this shit is over.
So long story short, he thinks Shio's family is connected to the game and he wants to get revenge because she turned his friends into simps. So he enters them all into the Tomodachi game to destroy her friendships, expose her, take her down, take down the Tomodachi management. This is his motivation. This is the reason everyone gets caught in this bullshit. Seeing what it led to, this motivation really doesn't seem like it was worth it, especially when, again, he could have opted out of playing the damn game. This man was so focused on finances and smart investment, and yet he plays a game that lands him in unnecessary debt with absolutely no gain. Like, he's getting nothing for doing this game, besides potentially helping his financially reckless friend rid of debt. And what's crazy is that he fucked up Tenji's money. Tenji is the one who split his money with them to start the business.
Oh, you motherfuckers. Okay.
You know what? I don't mind the game itself. I actually enjoy the concept of testing friendship and exposing hidden truths and all that jazz. I even love the fact that you're not allowed to talk about the game when it's done because of course you can't. That adds a nice psychological element to it. Like they're always watching in the shadows, creating a sense of paranoia. The yes or no game was The badmouth game confused me, I ain't gonna lie, and I felt it dragged on a bit. And then they played hide and seek, but they made Yuichi and Tenji survive on a bottle of water for 3 days, while the other team showed up all moisturized and fed. The games are actually kind of boring, but the conditions that need to be met to have some people play this game is kind of crazy. First, you need someone to be in debt, but somehow have enough money to apply for the game. They need to have a group of friends or family that gets kidnapped and brought to the game, and they all then have to agree to play the game, taking on the debt and hoping that they somehow play so skillfully that they manage to pay back the debt or end up being left with all of it.
I know it didn't make any sense.
Is it really worth it? I mean, Yuichi is now missing some fingernails, got his hand chopped up, passed out from blood loss, and at the end of the day, all he's gonna get when this is all finished is, hey bud, your debt is all cleared, GG's. The reason this is an issue is because apparently there are multiple groups of people that are simultaneously playing this damn game. How are there this many groups of people playing this game? Anyone playing this game is not normal. Why do these high schoolers know about this game? Why are they running to this game? If no one is allowed to talk about the game after playing it, how does the word about it spread? Hell, they even had people impersonating the game. How come his dad had to get whacked, but everybody and their mama freely talking about this game? I can't look past all of these little aspects because every time you see someone in a perilous situation, you just remember they signed up for this. You really want to test their friendship? Sit them at a table and have them play some Uno for their debt.
And then we'll see how loyal a hungry dog really is.
The most annoying character to me is this moderator observer lady. All of them actually, but she seems like the main one riding Yuichi's dick. Her dialogue is some of the most unneeded shit in this show. If they take away all of her dialogue, Yuichi's character development would have felt way more organic. This man Yuichi will eat an M&M and she'll be like, look at that, that's the face of a monster. He's laying traps that will explode this friendship and they can never recover. Like, what? She talks like they're out there playing life-threatening games when they out there playing hide and seek or some shit. Like, calm down, lady. Every time something seems like it doesn't go the way it's supposed to with Yuichi, she'll be like, just wait and see. It ain't over yet. I don't think even a genius can beat a monster. Her exposition.
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
I sounded drunk as shit just now. Her exposition just spoils everything for me. There's a human in this group trying to deliberately destroy their friendship. Who's talking like this? It's like right before a twist is about to get revealed, she'll pop up and be like, oh yeah, you really think it's over? Watch this. I'm like, damn lady, let us see it play out first. Her dialogue really doesn't match the tone of the game. It's a little too over the top, and it would work if she were doing it to be comedic because the game isn't that serious, but she means every word she says. It's like they're trying to make it seem more perilous than it actually is.
Plus, we have a genius. I wonder about that. It takes more than genius to kill a monster, so your group might not even make it past this game.
No, you shut the fuck. You shut up.
They are really trying their hardest to create an Iono Kuji 2.0. The whole anti-protagonist with the mysterious dark past who's pretending to be friends with everyone, pulling off high IQ plans. But Yuichi is not on this man level, so we can stop the disrespect. It seems like Yuichi doesn't even know what he wants to be. One second he's caring about keeping a friendship strong, then the next he was putting on a front to bait out the traitor. Now all of a sudden he's committed murder before and doesn't need friends, which would undercut the entire reason of him being in the game. But now he really do care about his friends. It seems like he goes back and forth a lot, but if it's one thing they really try to drive into your head, it's the fact that, ooh, he's crazy, he has a dark past, and I feel like they try way too hard to express that. This man will be just looking at somebody and they'll make it seem like he's possessed by a demon. Is all that necessary? All he did was ask a question, bro. Subtlety, people. Less is more. And again, that moderator lady ain't helping with her over-the-top narration of what's happening. Oh, and apparently he's killed 3 people in his past.
Put that on everything.
If that's true, how was he not locked up? Or am I tripping? Cause they made sure to clarify that he is a murderer and it was no accident. So yeah, there's that. This type of character is done way better with people like Sora from No Game No Life, Iono Koji, Yumiko from Compulsive Gambler, and Itachi, who Kurenai tried to put in Genjutsu. He is the only thing of interest in the show though, so yeah. Oh, and this bitch is annoying.
He was asking to take photos of me in a costume he liked. But I mean, there's nothing wrong with getting your picture taken in a cosplay outfit, is there?
Let me see that again. I didn't get a good look at that.
These were just a few of my key issues of why the show just isn't doing it for me right now. I don't care about the characters saying bad things about each other. I don't give a shit about their friendship. And I know this may seem nitpicky, but I can't ignore it if it's the driving force behind the plot. The reason they're playing the game, the way they ended up in the game, the motivation behind the person putting them in the game, and even the game itself. It's all doo-doo. I could have ignored all the stupid decisions made before had the game itself at least been interesting and fun to watch. But even the game is boring. That's the biggest question I have for this show. Just Why? Why is this trip costing over $500? We never find out where they were planning to go. Why did they put all the money in the hands of the student? Why did she put this shit in her locker? Why don't Yuichi have a phone but he's spending 70,000 yen on a fucking field trip? How did no one see this man take the money out of the locker? Why did they agree to play the game when they were told that they could leave? Why should I care about what happens to any of them when they're the ones who chose to stay and play? Why is his hair like that? There are just so many questions. But this was all just my opinion. Hell, a lot of you could like what they're doing, and that's fine. I'm just saying how I personally feel about it. Does it still have a chance to turn things around in a season 2?
No.
And with that seamless transition, I thank you all for joining the lounge again. Hit that like button below if you enjoyed. Hit that share button so we can get more people in the lounge.
Tell your friends about me.
And let me know down in the comments below. What shows are you enjoying this season? What shows are you looking forward to this year in general? For me, it's Overlord Season 4 and Classroom of the Elite Season 2. Those are my top 2. I appreciate you all for watching. And just as we always do when we close out, let's all raise a glass in the air. Here's to anime.